Hi everyone, I'm glad for you to see me. I guarantee it's me, Salmon Smith, back with a review. Today's review is WWE Smackdown for August 21st, 2020. Just a reminder, this Sunday there will be an extra video because I'll be doing the SummerSlam review. Now let's get on with today's video. It's the first the Thunderdome episode, which opening segment has Vince McMahon talking, which the Fiend interrupts him and goes down to the ring. Uh, Braun shows up, and then Retribution surrounds the ring. Uh, Bray, calls for the lights, and then he disappears, leaving just Braun in the ring to take the beating from Retribution. Then we have a locker room clear out to get all the Retribution out of there. After that, we have Big E versus Sheamus with the locker room surrounding the ring. A great match between the two big men, which Big E ends up winning as Sheamus gets distracted and he gets her all up off him. Then we have the Jeff Hardy segment, which he's being attended to by the trainer, followed by the Lucha House Party versus Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura for the tag team titles. I didn't really care for this match. It just felt like filler time to me. Of course, Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura win. They wouldn't have them lose the tag teams so close to SummerSlam. They have the Miz and Morrison doing a whole thing during the whole promo during some of the match. Then we have the AJ Styles segment where we find out that he was the one that kicked Jeff in the back of the leg. Then we have the Mandy Rose segment where she doesn't want to do a hair versus hair match, which leads into the Sasha and Bayley segment, which Naomi comes out and does beat the clock segment. Sasha ends up going first and gets the win 3 minutes and 39 seconds. Then Bayley goes in, which she loses to Naomi, which so Sasha won, so Bayley has to go first against Asuka, and then it will be Bayley will go first against Asuka, then Sasha will have her match. Asuka comes out and starts, talking in Japanese and saying they're not ready for Asuka. Then we have the backstage segment of Sonya Deville before a commercial break. Then we end up when we come back from the commercial break, we have the Sonya Deville segment on the entranceway where she says, you don't care about, she doesn't care about losing her hair, and how Mandy Rhodes was questioning herself, and Sonya said, hey, if you want up it, let's up it. A no-holds-barred match, and loser has to leave WWE. I'm wondering which one, if either they end up making leave. Then we have the final match of the night, which is for the Intercontinental Championship match. Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles. I love how they worked Jeff's knee to the point where, he wasn't able to do much. When you put them two together, you're gonna have a good match. Jeff Hardy actually ends up with a victory and winning the Intercontinental Championship. I believe he's a 5-time or maybe 5 or 6-time Intercontinental Champion now. To close the show, we have the Firefly Funhouse, where Bray's talking about them and all that stuff, uh, and talking about Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss relationship, all that. Braun ends up coming in and beating down Braun at the Firefly Funhouse. We go to commercial. When we come back, uh, Michael Cole and the other guys in commentary were saying, like, hey, we're trying to get our cameras backstage. We mobilized them. Apparently, Braun and Bray Wyatt are fighting backstage. Cameras uh, show up to Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman battling. At the end, Braun throws him off a loading dock, or Bray Wyatt off a loading dock, which they got Bray into the ambulance. It drove forward. To open the gate, go, 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 which it started coming backwards, and they're like, hey, everybody's like, hey, go, 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 take off. Uh, to come to find out, like, the doors come open, and everybody's like looking like, what is that? It's Bray Wyatt with like the red background, you know, the inside of the ambulance is all the red with fog coming out, and he's holding it like his lantern, and that's how we go off air. And tell me what you thought the best part of Smackdown is down in the comments below. Please make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. And until next time, make sure you spread peace and love. I love you all.